Let's get this show on the road.
This is Dave from cheapbooks.com. I am playing World of Tanks. The map is Himmelsdorf and the tank is the IS-2. If you've watched my videos, you'll know that I hate playing up on the hill. Well, I don't hate it, I just don't recommend it. But the reason why I'm doing it on this particular game is because I just so happen to be right next to the hill at the start of the game, and I would like to destroy some tanks, so I'm up for it. So let's see if I can do some damage to this tiger. I'm going to get close, which should mean that I should get a few more spotting points. That sucks.
We're trying to cover for him.
Wow, they all nailed me. Too bad I missed on that shot.
We've lost the track. Our fuel's hit. We've lost half our gas.
Didn't do well for me.
We're dead for. Everyone get out.
So, my first shot at the Cromwell completely missed for some reason. I don't know how I missed that shot. I went out and like 3 tanks nailed me. Wasn't that good. But I should get some spotting damage. Maybe not a lot, but virtually none, I guess. Maybe I'll get 100 hit points from that. It's sad. I hate it when things don't work out, but that's okay. I am ready to move on. It'd be very interesting to have an artillery unit over there. Okay, so we're going to take out this Russian tank who's about to have his crew upgraded. We're going to go into battle. First I'm going to check to see if there's anything I can upgrade with research. I've got 11,000. I'm going to need that engine. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to worry about this right now. And I'm going to go into battle. Sand River. I love this map. Assault. Okay. So you're going to see my assault technique. I always say the same thing. Don't wait. You got to assault right away. If you wait, you gain absolutely no advantage whatsoever. I think people wait because they're afraid or they want to go up against weaker tanks or I don't know what. But I'm just going to assault as soon as I get there. I'm going to take the fastest route there. I'm not going to... You could just as well take a safe route that goes along the edge, but it takes longer to get there, so I'm going to get there as quickly as I can. I'm going to immediately attack no matter what happens. Even if there's 4 tanks against me or 5 tanks against me, I'm still going to assault. Hopefully my allies will follow me. If they do, you know, we could easily win. The last thing you want to do is go in one at a time or after all of their support allies show up. You just want to roll right in. And I've done this many times, and I never saw an advantage to waiting. The only time I waited was when I didn't know how to play. So here we go. I see we've got 2 allies that are taking the safe route, which means I can't rely on them. This guy doesn't know is that I'm going to attack them immediately. We just have to figure out how. Avoid their artillery. I know I'm not really shooting at them right now, but I definitely want to keep them spotted. I can't get the gun depression.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit. Bail out.
Okay, so I got hit by the artillery. I didn't keep moving. I sat still too long. My allies did not come around to help with the assault. They just sat back there and hid. They're no safer over there because, you know, the artillery it could damage them just like I got hit by the artillery. Now you'll notice that it's a lot safer to go over right now. You've got that J Panther 2 that's really weak. That Tiger's gone. Probably because of me. If he got hit by artillery, then definitely it's because of me. You know, I kept him spotted. I was ready to go in. I was going to go in after him, but that J Panther, I was keeping an eye on him. So, you know, I learned a lesson. Keep on moving. I should not have stopped. These two guys don't even realize, as far as we know, there's nobody there, and they're still not assaulting. I'm going to check out what's going on the other side. Yeah, we've got, you know, too many tanks up here in the hills trying to snipe. You probably need one guy up here, but to have this many is kind of senseless. Especially that, you know, that T-29 would be great to be assaulting. Okay, well, I'm not going to sit and watch this. I'm going to get into another game. Maybe my team has some sort of secret assault method that I don't know about. Let's see, where do we go next? Okay, so we are going to play either the Indian Panzer or the Panther. I'm going to play the Panther. I really believe for that map, Sand River, you should just assault. And it doesn't matter what side you're on. You can definitely win. I made a small mistake, but I hope that what I did for the team by opening up their defenses was worth it. We'll see if they take advantage of it when we see the report. Okay, this is the Panther. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I always go on the west side because I like being able to flank people. I've played on all sides. I've gone up the center, gone on the east. I like the west side the best.
Let's go.
Now, obviously, in order to flank people, usually you need to have allies with you. It's kind of flanking procedure. You know, two people flank one. And it looks like we got a VK-3002D. Hopefully he'll be taking the higher route. I really don't think it matters. To me, it doesn't matter if you take the high route or the low route. You're going to engage the enemy, one way or the other. Now, I'm going to take the route that's going to get me there faster. I don't want the enemy to get the good position. I want to get the good position. Let the enemy get the sucky position. And I want to get a better position than my teammates. You know, I don't want my teammates to be up front. I want to be up front. You got to be able to hit the brakes, because you never know what's going to happen. This is where I start to get worried, get a little cautious. You got to watch for the enemy. I don't want to be too cocky right now, because, you know, I was upset about that last game. I don't see anybody here. You never know what to expect. They could easily nail me.
Ready to fire. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Okay. So now I gotta advance on this guy. That's what needs to be done. That's the only way to do it. My allies are not gonna back me up. So I am screwed here. This is somewhat of a safe position. My allies really are screwing me over on this. It's a T-29. He's way better than me. He's got me totally outclassed. I think he's trying to pull me around so that his friends can snipe at me or something. That's probably the reason why. And the cowardly allies of mine are all the way in the back. Well, I hit this Stug. Okay, so there's another Hellcat I gotta worry about. Oh, I didn't get a shot in.
This vehicle is heading.
Okay, so, well, I'm assuming that he was trying to draw me back so his tank destroyers could take cheap shots at me. Now, this guy is completely useless. I'm just going to say it. Completely useless. I don't know why this guy's retreating. Oh, I guess they're going back to base. This guy was completely useless. I mean, we could have had 2 extra tanks assaulting. And they're complaining, oh, they went river, not valley. It's like, yeah, and we went valley, not river. You know, we were right there at their base. We had a crappy assault. We didn't have enough people. That's why the T-29 didn't come out. He was too cowardly to come by himself. But now we have the situation where our complete team did not go forward. We didn't push. And theirs did, and that's why they won. They didn't win because they're better players or they're a better team. They won because we had cowards on our team. And if they don't like it, if my teammates don't like being called cowards, well, then they should stop playing like that. You can put down any words you want. Let's see how it worked on Sandra, where I guess they were unable to complete that mission. So let's do Indian Panzer. He'll be the next one up for bid. Fiery Salient. This is Prokhorovka or Prokhorovka. Prokhorovka, I think it's called. Now, anyone who goes to the west side on this map right now doesn't know how to play this game. It's a really dumb idea. Unless you've got an absolute fast tank, it's just a complete waste of time to fight over here. You know, the battle needs to be fought on the other side of the map, and therefore I'm going to head to the other side of the map. I'm probably going to go over the rail. I could play any position that I really want to. I'm really far. That's what concerns me. And because I'm far, it's going to be difficult. All the good spots will be taken. So I'm probably going to either go over the rail or I could do on the inside of the rail. That's another option, which would be the F6 area. where that FCM-50T is going. It looks like they're SPG advanced. Pretty close. I would love to just sit here and take shots at people. This is a great spot for attacking enemy tanks. Right here.
That one didn't go through.
Just taking blind shots right now.
Ready to fire. Gotcha. Penetration.
So again, this is a great place to shoot from because you're a little bit higher up, and you can move to both sides of the rail whenever you want.
Enemy armor is hit.
Hit him pretty hard too. It's 5-1. I mean, now would be a time that I would just push forward and overrun them. I mean, especially if it were like 7-1, definitely go in and overrun the enemy. You know, you'd be 2-on-1. What we want to do now is we want to push forward, but we don't want to die. And I'm going to try and stay under cover. I'd love to be on the left side as opposed to over here, because I'm sure they're going to be sniping from the right. So we've got that IS-6 right there. Difficult to see what's going on. You know what? I forgot that I don't have Sixth Sense, so I need to stay in a protected area.
Target acquired.
And I got to keep moving.
Where'd they go? Permission to engage. Armor turret is damaged. Target acquired. Our main gun is damaged. It's
Oh!
This vehicle has had it.
Well, I had a little trouble. I wanted to get that FV-304. But, you know, it was a very risky and stupid move. Obviously, they had me spotted, and everyone's watching right there. I wanted to be the hero. It didn't work out. Now it's 6-5. So apparently they destroyed a lot of our tanks. But that's okay. I thought, well, the IS-6 did get killed because he was weak. I just wanted to be the one to do it. But that's okay. I just need to relax. I'm still a little bit angry about that Sand River incident. It just happens too often. You know, people should know better. Okay, Westfield. This map I know pretty well. Or at least well enough. I don't have any secret hiding spots on it or anything like that, but... Okay, so I'm on the lower level. It's a Panther. It should be a reasonably fast tank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ride to the G7 area. I'm going to go through all those trees. The only downside is there's no solid cover. And the chance of getting hit is really high. And what usually happens is people come from the upper level and snipe at me. And that's what I really want to avoid.
Let's go.
And it happens often. So it looks like the M41 Bulldog will be joining me. Over here, you're not going to get spotted if you go driving through these trees. And you can pretty much make it all the way to the bridge. There's an area where you do have to be a little bit more careful. So over here you can use the slope of the land to defend yourself if you were, for example, shooting at targets in front of you. Because that's where they're going to be. They almost never go past that bridge. Got a lot of scaredy cats out there. And over here is where they could easily spot me. That's the guy I want to go
One of our
for.
tracks is damaged. Enemy is hit. Ready to fire.
Got to keep backing up.
Target lost. Ready to fire. Enemy armor is hit. Ready to fire. I don't see the target.
Yeah, he's a tough one. I really don't want to go up against him. So I'm going to hightail it up here, which, you know, I'm not going to run away or anything. Let's see if moving up here gives me an advantage, which it might not.
Penetration.
Hope that nobody sees me. Such as that T-34. I don't know how close he is.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
I hope he doesn't know I'm here.
Target lost.
Okay, so he's going in after that, oh, maybe he doesn't know there's a tank right next to him. There's a tank right there. Okay, I hope he knows. There he is.
Ready to fire. Ricochet. Enemy armor is damaged. Where'd they go?
Okay, so he's done. So we still got two tanks, or maybe one tank up above. There was a comet.
Target acquired. Penetration.
Move my frontal armor towards him.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Penetration. We're immobilized. Enemy armor is damaged. Target lost. Let's go.
So let's see if we can pay a visit to this M25. We seem to be doing pretty good, but like I said, you know, we were 5-1 in that other game, and they caught up. Looks like Mr. M25 wants to run. Of course, we all want to pay him a visit.
Ready to fire. Where'd they go?
Oh, we got the Jag Tiger to worry about. Can't get a view of him. Looks like he's the last player in the game. I'm sure someone will kill him. Okay. So that was a good game. If we win, it's a good game. If we lose, it's not. So let's see how we did. Spotted 4 tanks, got some spotting damage. Came up number 2 for experience. It's pretty good. Okay, so as you can see, I was number 2 with 9 penetrations, and you will hear me say frequently that if you get 10 penetrations, you'll be in the top 2 or 3 for your team. And that's the way it is right now. And of course, that could change. Because, who knows, maybe people will become a lot better and will start penetrating more. I don't know, but 10 penetrations usually will get you at the top. That was Westfield. Let's see the map before. This is the one where I went over that bridge and I shouldn't have. And I came halfway up. Nothing special. There was something about a team killer, and now I see that someone on our team was a team killer. I just didn't know at the time what they were talking about. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next tank. It's going to be the Indian Panzer. I don't want him to have the snapshot, so I'm probably going to pay to get rid of it. Not right now. Sometime in the future. In a couple of weeks, I'll pay, and I'll switch it to the one that does the damage. I forget what it's called. If it's Deadeye or something like that. Okay, I love this map. What I usually do is I hang out here in the center, because I don't want to go to the north and then find out that there's no enemy there and then have to go back to the south. So I start out in the center, and I try to help out my teams, looking for targets, sniping for targets, things like that. And after I figure out where the enemy is, I'll go pursue them. I'll try and flank them.
Time to roll out.
So a lot of us are in the north. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of our team heads north. You got to watch out for artillery on this map. There's only one artillery piece, luckily. So I'm going to go perhaps to here, which is a northern position. Sit here, turn my tank to a relatively safe position. Even though that 12T is going to do all the spotting, I won't get any spotting in. If he spots, I'm ready to fire. We've got nobody in the south. You know, I don't think we need a lot of help in the north. Okay, so somebody's hitting that T-71. Ah, there's nobody there. I missed a shot at him, unfortunately.
Permission to engage. Where'd they go?
I missed him too.
Target acquired. Target lost.
It's weird, we're really not defending the south. The smart thing to do, obviously, is to go down there because my team is not that bright. Okay, so I'm gonna... And you know what? We really have the north under control, I think. So I'm gonna head south. I'm going to head south, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the forward spotting for my team in the south because they're obviously afraid to do it. And basically what it means is I'm just going to advance from one rock to the next. Help to find targets. Because, you know, what our team did was a huge mistake. If the enemy advances over here, the enemy can take really good positions that would make it really easy for them to advance and difficult for us to stop them. So now we know where the enemy is. Wow. Yeah, I gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Gotta go this way. Okay, I took a few hits on the way in, but this is what our allies should have done. They should have come into an area like this. Of course, if the enemy were smart, they would all jump into here. Now he's got to be dealt with.
Enemy is hit. We've lost the track. Get going. That one bounced. Ready to fire. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit. The main gun is damaged. We can't fire accurately. Enemy armor is damaged. Ready to fire. We're done for. Everyone
Okay,
down.
so what the enemy did was the smart move. They ganged up on me. And my allies are way too close to the base, but that's okay. I mean, they're not skilled players, I'm sure. Well, the other thing I could have done, I mean, I was there, I didn't have to stay there. I wanted to engage in the enemy. And I got some spotting done. I'm sure I got some spotting damage for the team. You only have to kill one tank to get enough experience to be ranked up near the top. So I may have done that in that battle there. One of the things that people don't realize is that what I did may have ranked me near the top because I got a lot of hits in and the spotting damage, etc. So I'm going to move on to my next game, which is the Tiger. And of course, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I play for experience. I don't play for kills. I don't play to get total damage. I play to get the most EXP per game as possible. It helps your crew train faster. It helps you get the tank modules faster, like a better gun. It helps you move up the tiers faster. Okay, so I'm in a lower tier versus higher tier tanks. If my tank is fast, I'm going to show you how to advance on the enemy on this map. With a slow tank, it's obviously more difficult. And hopefully my team will back me up. We've got 2 artillery versus their 3. And when I say my team needs to back me up, it means that they have to prevent the enemy from assaulting me. Because it does happen.
Let's go.
If the enemy feels that that no one is supporting me, then they'll just go after me. So my tank's not that fast. The assault maneuver is not going to work that well, but it will still work. You know, I'll do it with any tank. 8-second reload time. If you have a long reload time, got a zigzag because I was spotted. Okay, so my allies are advancing, so I'm not going to show you that advancing maneuver. But your reload time depends. I'm sorry, where you go on the map in a way depends on your reload time. Since mine is 8.7 seconds, it's kind of in the middle. It's not fast, so maybe I should be in town. So we have to take advantage of the fact that we really push them forward. Wow, they're still over the slope. And I don't think I'll be able to easily get into battle. Those are big tier tanks. Still safe. It looks like I wouldn't be, but I still am.
Enemy armor is hit.
Nailed him. I bet you he didn't like that. Missed on that. Too bad. Gotta keep on moving. I really don't like the fact that that T-49 is way too close to me. He's interfering with my game. Okay. Yeah, that tank was close to me, and it kind of interfered a little bit because I had to hold on my shots because I could have hit him. Okay, so I really don't know what to do. I'm going to take a chance here and go up above, which could be a huge risk. Come on. Come on, bring that gun down.
Ready to fire.
Got 12 hit points left. And my tank is going extremely slow. So basically, I wanted to go and hit that Jag Tiger that they're teasing right now. But it looks like they're going to be fine. I got hit by the artillery. I was spotted. I had to move to a better position. And my driver, I guess, was injured, so he was going really slow. It's a slow tank as it is. So it was difficult. But what my teammate did my teammates was exactly the right thing to do. I wish I could have shown you. It's not just drive as fast as you can and be there. There's actually a technique that you want to follow. There is a road and a lower level, and you want to stay close to the road, and then there's a couple rocks, and you want to use the rocks to block you and have your allies behind you. But if you're watching in the playlist for that map, hopefully you'll be able to see it in one of the other videos, because obviously at some point I will have a video that has that maneuver. Okay, so this is Encounter. I used to love it before they changed it. They used to have a rock and you could hide behind the rock and almost nobody could hit you. And I would sit there with almost any tank, and people would come in for suicide runs, and it was such an easy map to win. I wish I had those replays, but you know, things are a little different now. I don't know what it looks like now. Oh, I think there's like a little hill, so you can go down there right now, and people will do the suicide runs. But the game has changed too much, so that they completely changed the way this map was played. It used to be that people would sit on the edge and snipe, but now they go to a battle position, and you would sit down there, and when people would do the suicide runs, you got your whole team lined up on the cliff, and they would just nail everybody as they came down, and you would win. And we would win because everybody at some point had to do the suicide run. In fact, if nobody else is going to go down there, I think I'm going to do it. Just to see what it's like, for old time's sake. Obviously, they don't do the suicide run immediately, but at some point they will. And everyone on my team is, "We don't capture the base, it's too early, you don't know how to play." Okay. That's actually a tough tank, and I don't want to have to go up against him.
One of our gas tanks ruptured. We're low on fuel.
So I'm going to make it more difficult for him. Ah!
Everyone get out.
I was going to try to get into that little valley, but so what they did was, before it was almost impossible to snipe someone who was on the cap, but now I don't know if there's a spot. It's going to have to take some exploring to figure out if there is or not, but that's okay, because I can play another game. So let's see. I'm going to take out the tiger, even though it's dog slow, because you know dogs are slow apparently. Candy time. I'm going to go through my bag of candy. I'm going to get something heart-shaped and something orange. I'll be back in a moment.
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, so if you watch my other Siegfried line videos, you'll know that I hate it when people don't defend the town and they allow us to roll right in. Obviously, we're attacking, we're not defending, so I am going to roll right in. I don't know how we spotted those guys. What I used to do is go in that the place I'm pointing to right now, that's the first way I used to be able to get in on this map, but then I learned all the other ways to get in, so I don't go that way anymore. And that can be difficult because you can see deep into the enemy territory from that spot. So if there's somebody there waiting for you, you're very vulnerable. Just as you are over here. This is a very vulnerable spot, too. And you see we got a lot of allies that moved up into here.
Enemy armor is hit.
He didn't like that. The IS is going to screw up my flank plan.
Penetration.
Oh, I was just going to hit him in the ammo rack. I was re-aiming. I could have had a kill, but I was aiming for that ammo rack. I wanted to do massive damage. Too bad I missed that shot. On that T-32.
Enemy armor is hit.
Driving backwards.
Bailout.
So you got to drive backwards. You got to drive backwards because you want to make sure you don't hit that rubble back there. And I had a lot of time for the reload. Wow, they're destroying us, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm going to load up another game. Let's see what is a good tank. T-44. I said good tank and T-44 in the same sentence. He's going to upgrade soon, which I'm really excited about. Well, it says 23 battles. How many days is that going to be? Probably within the next week or two. I'd say 2 weeks from now, he's going to be up at the higher level. Okay. Tier 10, Tier 9, Tier 8. I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage here. And, you know, I'll say it as many times as it needs to be said. I don't care where I go on the map. They got a lot of tank destroyers, which means we want to be in a spot where we have a lot of mobility because they won't have that mobility.
Time to roll out.
So I'm going to go to the center of the map. If my allies need help in the north, I'll be able to go that way. Same with the south. I don't know what's going on over here. They're kissing a little close. Now my tank is at a strong disadvantage because their tanks are a lot more powerful than mine. So they could easily destroy me whichever route I decide to take. I gotta sort of stay back. And I've learned that this is not a safe spot. The snipers can get you when you're over here, as can the artillery. So I'm going to make sure I have the least amount of space here. That guy's getting nailed.
We're covering his position, but not very well.
Okay, so I'm not going to do well over
We've
here.
lost a track. One of our tracks is damaged. Let's roll.
Ooh. Missed him. You can't really have two tanks over here. It's going to create problems. But there's little choice right now. They're advancing over the bridge. The bridge is that way. Oh, you know what? They're a clan, that's why. You know, they're going to play a lot more aggressive because they're a clan. And they probably play well together. Okay, so it looks clear over here. So I'm going to move forward.
Ready to fire. Penetration. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Yeah, the only thing I could do is reverse. Obviously not fast enough. I was about to also, of course, take another shot at him. But that's okay. So that is World of Tanks.